Okay, so we're here once again in Sword Factory X, and recently I did actually do a video on how to get the best possible boss spawns. However, I do actually need to update that video a little bit, so I'm doing it here in this video right now. So, as you recall, to get a quad spawn, you need 1,872 spawns, and that obviously happens every 1,872 spawns. And basically, this used to take around 12 to like 14 hours or something, and usually every boss spawn would happen around every 20 seconds. However, now, as you can actually see by the timer when it ticks around once more, this now only takes 15 seconds, which is obviously a nice amount. And obviously there is still a little thing where it kind of sticks on 0 just for like a little extra while. So basically it's more or less around every 16.5 seconds that a boss will spawn, which is basically the equivalent if you come to a quad spawn. It's around 8 to 9 hours. I calculated it to be around 8.5 hours. However, obviously depending on whether your server's a little bit laggy or not, I would say this would more or less take around 9 hours for a quad spawn to happen. So obviously, as you can see right now, I've only got 4 minutes in the server, so I'd need to wait around another 8.5 hours before I can actually get the quad spawn to happen. And obviously quad spawns are basically the best possible boss spawns. That's where you get things like uniques and above from. And again, I will just kind of go over the points that I said before in the last video. To get higher total server luck, obviously the total server luck depends on what bosses will spawn and how much like kind of luck will go towards that boss. So basically how you get a higher amount of server luck is basically what you need to do is you need to get higher levels, and you need to have more people in the server with high levels. So basically, right now for me, I'm a level 292, and that basically equates to 368% total server luck. Now obviously, if I was to go ahead and get another account in here that was a level 292, that basically means that I'll get another 368%. So I'll more or less be sitting around a nice little 720% or so like that. So basically, the higher the luck, the higher the server luck, the higher the boss spawns and the better the boss spawns. And basically, the more people that you have in the server is the better total server luck. So basically, taking it full circle, the more people that you have in your server, the better bosses that will actually spawn. And the higher levels that those people are, the better the boss spawns will also be. So basically, if you are going to be in a private server, that way then you're obviously going to be guaranteed to get your own boss spawn, but it doesn't mean that you're going to get the best boss spawn. Whereas if you're in a public server, you're going to have some really good boss spawns. However, obviously that means that everybody then can go ahead and get that boss spawn. So you'll have to be, it's basically kind of like cat and mouse, or basically you can be like just like the most genius person in the world and just get alt accounts in as soon as a boss spawn's about to happen. Say you've got a boss spawn happen in 5 minutes, go ahead and just get some random level 200 accounts just load in on your server, and then that way then you're going to be able to get a lot of total server luck. Obviously then, with it only being you technically in the server, seems like it is all your accounts, you're still going to be able to have the complete privacy of getting that boss spawn for yourself. So yeah, basically quad spawns are now a lot quicker than they were before. Obviously beforehand they were around 13 hours, now they're only around 8 to 9 hours, so it's definitely a lot quicker, 5 or 4 hours quicker, which is really good. So yeah, basically I would recommend if you do want a boss spawn or a quad spawn, I would recommend overnighting, that way then you're going to get the majority of the time done, and either before you wake up or just after you wake up you'll get a quad spawn anyway, so then you can go ahead and get straight into killing the boss. So that's basically how to get quad spawns, the updated version I guess. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.